Hi, Dramione fam. I'm here to talk about Greenlight by SereneMusafir. Good God. I finished this actually like last week, but I needed time to process it. None of you told me this was going to be manacled level soul devastation. This is an actual shot of me reading chapter 40. Okay, I don't even know where to start with this fic. It really should have been a trilogy because by the time I got to the end and it referenced like a character or something from the first part, I was like, wait, that was this fic? It was incredibly long and epic in a good way. So the basic premise, as basic as I can make it, is this. So first, the title Greenlight does refer to the Great Gatsby. I'm guessing this fic started as a reworking of Gatsby, and there were some scenes right out of Gatsby with Draco hosting gigantic parties in an attempt to draw Hermione to him while he runs some like potentially illegal businesses on the side. There were definitely some Gatsbyan moments, but I think when the author plugged Hermione Granger in for Daisy, she ran straight into a hidden cave of magic and wonder and came up with something that I personally would rather read than Gatsby any day. I've never really been a huge Great Gatsby fan, and I think it's because I never really thought Daisy was worth all of the hullabaloo, but Hermione definitely is, and because it's told in her point of view, it's incredible. So this is a giant frame story. It starts with a young reporter being called out to a mysterious, hard-to-find house in the middle of nowhere to meet Draco and Pansy. Draco has been off the grid for 8 years, and he wants to finally tell his story so that the world will finally leave him alone. Then we jump back into the past, and the story is told from Hermione's point of view, not in first person, but it's, following her. So years after the war, Hermione is a shell of a person, being the Golden Girl, living in the public eye, dealing with her fair weather friends. Not quite a Harry Ron basher, it's not, but I was not a fan of them. She's really and truly broken from all of this. Then a friend of hers invites her on an expedition to find a hidden cave that no other explorer was ever able to find, surrounded by all this myth and mystery. She gladly accepts. She breaks up with her god-awful politician boyfriend and blows that popsicle stand. I'm trying to make it sound whimsical, which I don't know why, because it's not whimsical. So at the beginning of the expedition, she realizes that the person that's funding the quest, who will actually be on it with them, is Draco Malfoy, who immediately tries to get her sent home. But she is not. And they set out on this very dangerous and difficult journey together with a whole crew. And the two of them, of course, argue and banter and spar and cut each other. But they also literally can't be in a room together without eye fucking the whole time. But this isn't also cutesy rom-com sparring. This is like intense soul devastation, like I'm seeing into the depths of your soul sparring. The stakes are freaking high with the two of them. And there's no idiocy here. They both know what's happening, but Draco is like determined to put her off, for all of his Draco-y high moral reasons. And she's skittish around him too because of their past and because she's riddled with insecurities and issues. If you don't love a sub Hermione, this one could be tough to read. It was tough. It was a little tough to read because she is so broken. But I think the author did such a good job on this emotional journey with her that I was okay with it. But there were moments where I was like, oh my God, Hermione, please. So a whole bunch of exciting shit happens in the desert, which I won't tell you, but it's exciting. The will they, won't they is a little bit excruciating and maddening and completely delicious, as it always is. But then they come back home, and then like a whole other book starts. So we move from dangerous desert quest to corrupt political intrigue. And Hermione's Politico, poor excuse for a human ex-boyfriend, re-enters the arena and is the worst. It's so bad, just gross. And I don't know. Something about what he did to her, I don't know. It was just maddening. It was hard to read. I understand why it was there. It worked, but it was hard. So Draco and Hermione now have to work at keeping their relationship together while also keeping it out of the limelight of the relentless press and the corrupt politicians who are trying to bring Draco down out of jealousy and hatred. It's a lot. That's all I can say. This part was excruciating in some ways. It made me stabby. It made me look differently at the way we lambast women in the press. I felt guilty for even being partially invested in the Blake Lively takedown, the Amber Heard takedown, insert any other famous woman who's been taken down, especially when there might be an overbearing man controlling the narrative because he's more likable. Just fucking gross. I am done with it, I promise you. But enough diatribe. Now we enter part 3 of this fic. And I can't really tell you what this part is about without spoiling, but if you've read Timeless, the last third of Timeless where you just had tears dripping steadily from your eyes? Yeah, this has the same feel. I'm actually like getting a little teary just thinking about it. It's soul devastation. So I don't know. I don't know. It's up to you. Read with caution. Do I recommend this? Absolutely, but read with caution. She thick. She over 1,000 pages. So it's an investment of time, to say nothing of the emotional investment. It is incredible. It's well worth the read, but it isn't easy. Still, I think every 10th grade classroom should chuck Great Gatsby and insert Greenlight into their curriculum. It has left a Greenlight shaped scar on my heart. One final shout out to AMP Fanfiction on Spotify, which is where I listen to this. She was a very good audio reader. I thought she did a great job delivering. Okay, I definitely need some lighter stuff now. I'm reading A Hard Row to Hoe right now at many of your suggestions, so I will be here with my review on that at some point. I also have some one-shot suggestions forthcoming. So that's all for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.